What's up, fight fans? Thank you once again for coming through. Much appreciated. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. I'm back from Zimbabwe and I've got loads of videos to do, so let's just play catch up a bit. All right, first video I want to talk about is Ohara Davies. Obviously, we all know what happened with Ohara Davies in the last couple of weeks, so we're not going to go all over that again, even though I will touch on it a little bit because I think it plays a big part in this story. Obviously, Ohara Davies is now signed to Frank Warren, so he'll be fighting on Box Nation and BT Sports, so no longer Matchroom, no longer Sky. I'm not surprised. I think as soon as Eddie Hearn dropped him from the card, as soon as his management company dropped him, as soon as he left Tony Sims's gym, I think I kind of knew that was it, right? It was going to go downhill from there. He then signed a management contract with MTK Global, and then obviously he's now signed with Frank Warren. I think he's been treated like fucking dog shit. Like, you know what it is about Ohara Davies? He splits people. I think deep down he's a good kid. I think he's been told to do one thing in terms of sell a fight, and no one's told him how to put the brakes on. But even in this incident leading up to it, i.e. the Hillsborough incident, where he mentioned Hillsborough, which had nothing to do with Liverpool and those people that died in Hillsborough, he's been put under a bus by Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, fighters like Tony Bellew, other Liverpool fighters, and I think it's been nothing short of a disgrace. Like, nothing short of a fucking disgrace. And he's told his side of the story. He done a good interview with Hatman Strikes Back, and then he kind of followed it up with IFL TV. And I just look at him as a guy that tries to sell fights, because that's how he's been taught how to do it. Whether or not it be by the greatest in terms of Floyd Mayweather, in terms of how to sell a fight, or maybe it's even promoters in his ear saying, look, come on, sell a fight a bit more. So he tried to sell a fight, he's mentioned Hillsborough, and everyone's gone crazy. And as a result, people have had knee-jerk reactions and fired him from his management company, dropped him from a show, and kicked him out of his gym. This is just outrageous. This is just outrageous. And it clearly shows, for me, there's one rule for one, there's one rule for the other. But let's not get mixed up. Ohara Davies signing or being dropped by Matchroom, this is what we need to kind of clarify. I don't know if Ohara Davies said it was in the last fight of his contract. I'm not sure what's going on, but let's just say, for example, he's been dropped by Matchroom. I think that makes it easier. This has nothing to do with Ohara Davies' statements, because it's clear now that obviously Ohara Davies wasn't referring to Hillsborough in terms of the way people thought he was referring. This is simple. This is Eddie Hearn just doesn't fancy him. Eddie Hearn is not a silly guy. Eddie Hearn's a very, very smart guy, well educated. He would have looked at the numbers. Ohara Davies probably generates no numbers in terms of TV viewership. He probably watched the Josh Taylor fight and thought, you might do well British, European, but when you go to world level, you're going to get smoked. And in terms of ticket sales, you probably don't sell no tickets. So he probably looked at him and thought, if his contract was up, and again, I don't know if it was or not, he's probably looked at him and thought, nah, don't want it no more. He wants guaranteed ticket sellers. So even if Matchroom have 10 fighters on their stable, he just wants 10 fighters, whether or not they're going to be prospects or not, that just sell tickets. And that's it. So hence why Amir Khan's now joined the stable. It's just a case of, look, give me names now. I'm not in the building up fighters. Just give me names right now. You know who he reminds you of a bit? He reminds me a bit of Jose Mourinho. He reminds me a bit of Jose Mourinho. In the sense that Jose Mourinho isn't got the time or doesn't really give a shit about sort of seeing how someone blooms in 5 years. Jose Mourinho is like, just buy me the star right now, right? I think that's fair to say. Give me Ibrahimovic. Yeah, I ain't got time to a 24. Give me Sanchez. Give me the star right now. And that's what he's like. So I think, like I said, I think he looks at Ohara Davies and thinks, this can't be asked. Just can't be asked. You're not that good. You're not a ticket seller. And well, yeah, TV viewers don't really care about tuning in for you. And I think it's a shame, because I think boxing is, especially in British boxing right now, I think we've got a lot of duds and no personalities. That's what I think. And I think you've got a kid here, whether you like him or not, he's a personality. And that's the good thing. If you like him or you don't like him, he's a personality. So whether or not you do like him or you don't like him, you're going to tune in for him, because you either want to see him get beat, so that makes you tune in, or if you're going to support him, you want to see him win. There's a lot of fighters right now that I just really can't care about. And I think 90% of them fight for Matchroom. I think their interviews are boring. I go on their Twitter page, boring. Instagram page, boring. I look at some of the fighters that Matchroom don't have, and I think, again, whether you like them or not, their personalities. Chris Eubank Jr., personality. Matchroom don't got him. David Haye, personality. Fury, personality. Billy Joe Saunders, personality. James DeGill, bit of a personality. I mean, they're not signed to Matchroom. I think Matchroom are losing sight of what we want to see as fans. And for me, as a boxing fan, yes, I want to see you go in the ring and do something. And look, Ohara Davies can box to an extent, but 9 times out of 10, I want to see a bit of personality, a bit of fight and build-up. And Matchroom just don't have that right now. And I feel that they've lost something in Ohara Davies, and I think it's a shame. I think, and I'll say this again, I think he's been treated so badly. You know what the worst thing is about all this treatment of Ohara Davies is that if you're going to kick someone when they're down because you thought they did something wrong, that's fair enough. Like, that's fair enough. We all make mistakes. But when he explains himself and you realize, oh shit, he kind of maybe has made a bit of a mistake, but he's clearly not talking about what we thought he was talking about, you've got to release a statement again and saying, oh, we were wrong. You've got to do that. You can't release statements and saying, oh, Ohara Davies done this, and as a result, we're going to look into his actions. You've got to now release a statement saying, oh shit, we got it wrong, and apologies for that. But they won't do that, will they? So it's almost like Ohara Davies, sell a fight, chat rubbish. Oh, you've gone too far, we're dropping you. Oh, wait, we made a mistake, we're still dropping you. BS. This video might be all over the place, I don't know. But apologies, I'm a bit heated with this one because I think it's a disgrace. But I think him joining Frank Warren, whose stable's getting a lot bigger. A lot bigger. He's got some good 140s in there, obviously including Terry Flanagan that fights for a world title. So Ohara Davies could potentially make his way up. And good luck to him. And again, well done for being a personality. Well done for risking and being a personality and trying to stand out and not being like a lot of these other boxers that are just dull as fuck.